Hi, I'm Cindy Caldwell, the Happiness Queen with ElegantInnerGuidance.com. And we've arrived at the month of June 2013, where our theme throughout June here at Elegant Inner Guidance is going to be feelings. So throughout the month we're going to talk about feelings, and I hope at the end of the month you have maybe a totally new view about your feelings than you have right now. So to get us started, let me just suppose something or propose something. I would bet every single one of you listening to this video, and I know this is true for me, at some time in our lives we've said, I can't control my feelings, or I can't help that I feel that way. And maybe that's true and maybe it's not. But what I want to do here and throughout the month, but specifically today, is to differentiate how I differentiate the word emotion from feeling. And the way I look at emotion is those are our immediate responses to any given situation in life. We all have emotions, obviously, and we all are, it's human just to react in a situation. Maybe you're hearing a funny joke, or you see a small child do something just innocently, and just as an adult we see the humor in that and we just crack up laughing. And that's only natural. That's a natural emotion to have when you see those situations or be in those situations. But then on the other side of life, maybe we've all experienced situations like the death of someone, and immediately we're sad, we're devastated, we cry, those types of emotions. Maybe we've been in a situation where maybe you've dated someone and they flirted with somebody else, and that made you kind of angry. Instantly you could feel that anger rising up in you. Or maybe it's a situation where you've learned your spouse has been unfaithful. And you not only feel anger, but maybe you feel some level of hatred at that the moment you hear that news. You know, maybe you lose your job. We've all had all of those life situations where immediately when they happen, we can feel the rise of emotions in us. And we can't always control that. And probably we can never control that. That's just natural and that's human. So those are how I define emotions. And how I define feelings, though, is how we can choose to handle our emotions, how we can choose to feel about those emotions. So we can have instantly that anger or that hatred in those horrible situations of life, but how do we choose to deal with that? And do we choose to really process that and really to look at that maybe in a more mature, constructive way? So throughout the course of my life, and having gone through the ups and downs of life in the emotions and feelings department, I've kind of concluded there are three phases that we go through in life relative to our feelings. And the first phase is what we call the uncontrolled phase. Our emotions control our life. Something happens to us, we just react to it. And we do it without regard to thinking you could control that. So you just let your emotions have their way with you. So phase one is that uncontrolled state. Phase two is when we start to realize maybe letting our emotions have their way with us isn't really getting us what we want in life. We start to realize all those emotional reactions aren't really having the positive response we might hope that they do. And so we start to realize, well, maybe there's a reason we should look at this thing a little differently. So we start to think maybe we should start to learn how to control our emotions. And then the third phase is taking that step of learning how to control our emotions, which can take a number of years to really get a handle on reacting at the moment an emotion happens in the way that you desire, and then turning that around into a positive outcome for yourself and feeling good about yourself in the process. So phase three, once you've accomplished phase two, phase three is learning to listen to those feelings that reside in our body really every moment of every day, and learning to tune into them as a guide for where you should go in your life, as a barometer of how to make a decision. Tuning into your feelings to know, should I do this or should I do that? And that takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of tuning in, so to speak, learning how to hear that voice within you that's whispering to you, that creates those feelings within you. So just to summarize how I like to talk about those 3 phases of feeling: be, do, and have. So you can be, letting your emotions have their way with you. So have your emotions be in control. Or you can do something about that. You can take action and take the control back and learn to control your emotions. And then have, you can learn to use your feelings to have the life that you dream of and the life that you desire. And that's where I really want to focus our attention on this month, is to help you to learn how to use your feelings to create the life that you desire. I'm Cindy Caldwell, the Happiness Queen. Thanks for stopping by. You can find me at elegantinnerguidance.com. Thanks so much.